Okay, we're here today. We're going to loosen up your lower back, fix that lower back pain and that sciatic pain down your legs. So let's go. Now, one thing I like to use when I'm on a hard floor is some of these puzzle mats. You can fit two of them together, or even build a mat of 4 or 6 if you want a larger area. But they are nice and cushy, and they're not expensive. You can buy like a pack of 10 for $20, either at Sam's Club or on Amazon. So these are great when you're just doing it on a floor in your house or apartment. I'm going to be doing these today on the wrestling mat, so that's plenty soft. I can do that, but this is a really good option for that if you're not just using a yoga mat. Okay, we're going to start this with some light stretches that sort of establish some spine mobility. The first is going to be what we call a cat-cow. You're here like this, and you're going to go breathing out, breathing in. My back goes from this angle, let's just say concave, from looking from the top to convex. So concave. So breathe in, breathe out. This flex of the spine is so important, very important. Once we've done that, say about a minute, you're going to go into a child's pose. Get down nice and low. Extend the arms, your head is down. And just relax. You don't push anything, you just kind of let gravity pull you to the earth and stretch you. And just kind of relax. You kind of lose yourself in it, which is really good. Just staying down here. Now I come back up. My hand is down, I'm going to thread the needle. Bring this arm through and come down. Now, once my hand is here, I'm going to pull back on it a little bit. My chest is down, my shoulder is down. And just hold this for about a minute. This one really, it's a twist in your spine. It kind of resets the placement of ribs and your thoracic vertebrae, your middle back. Gets a little bit of the twist on the lower back. And then you go up and you go the other side. Thread that needle the other way. This feels so good on the shoulders. This outside really stretches it nicely, but it also gets a lot of spine, hips. Now I lie flat. Put my hand out. My elbow's at a right angle. And now I'm going to turn my hips this way. And you feel it establishing the mobility of your lower back, the lumbar vertebrae. And just hold this and let the gravity of your leg pull you that way. You don't even have to push it, just hold it. Sometimes you get a nice gentle little pop, kind of like you get at the chiropractor. And then I come here with this arm, and I turn this way. And just hold it. Okay, we start with what we call downward facing dog. Here, butts up in the air. Pedal your feet. As you hold this position, you do this part for about a half minute or maybe 45 seconds. Then you raise the leg up. We're just doing everything on the right side to start. And raise this leg up and hold it. Go as high as you can, or as high as you feel comfortable. All right. All of these exercises are going to restore mobility and strength and open up the space for that disc if you've got any back pain. Now, if you've held this one a while, you come down and forward like this. Now, you can drop this knee and even drop this elbow and open up this hip. You can also stay up on this hand, bring this elbow down, and then come up here and raise this hand. These are all good. You can be up or you can come down. We want to open up this hip and stretch forward. Hold this about a minute. And then we come back to half runner stretch. Micro bend the knee. So don't lock your knee, you can bend it a little bit. Fingertips on the floor. Now you can go hands on either side of the leg, and then you work this a little bit, move your hip a little bit. Then you can move both hands to this side, walk them out this way, get some stretch. Then you come back and put both hands over here and stretch, and you'll feel it all through. Very good. The important thing here is to see the relationship between the flexibility of your hips and legs and groin to your lower back. That's a big part of what causes lower back pain. They're causally related. So you do this about a minute or so. Then we come forward with the hand down, and then we're going to put our hand in the sky, reach back, and grab behind your foot. And now you can sag the hip a little bit. Pull on this leg. This is very good. I like to sag my left hip a little bit, pull this leg, and do this one for about a minute. You can even do 2 minutes, just do what you feel. In the beginning you might get tired and have to rest, and just do that, and then just pick it back up. Still holding it. Now I come back here and we do the pigeon pose where I fold my leg under. And then I'm gonna, my right knee is under my right side of my chest and shoulder as my leg folds across. Pigeon pose is great. I like to put my elbows here and rest. Let your weight settle. Just relax. This one's excellent. It gets the piriformis muscle to relax and let go, which is a big part of where sciatica pain comes from. So here, holding this one. Now after say a minute of that, like I said, maybe even a little more, I start over and work the left side, but first we go downward facing dog. I like to pedal the feet. And you can just hold it too, that's good. And then once you pedal a while, leg in the air, hold this. Once you've done that for a minute, step it forward, get down low. I'll back this foot up a little bit, get down in the elbows, open up this hip, let my foot tilt a little bit. Or I'll come up to here, stay on the hand, bring this elbow down. That's hard. It really gets the stretch in there. And again, all this is going to affect your lower back. Then, after I've held this a minute and worked different positions within it, again, I go back to half runner stretch, this time on the left side. Fingertips. Try to keep your back pretty straight. Don't bow it too much. Keep your head up. Moving around. Again, when you move your hips, you'll feel the stretch change. With my left foot forward, if I move my hips to the right, I feel the stretch move to the outside of my hip and leg. And then straight on, it's in the hamstrings largely. I can go here, and now it starts to feel here. But if I go back and I go both hands on this side, I definitely feel it on the outside. These muscles become tight, but we have to remember that nerves run alongside these muscles, and they also can get tight. And when you loosen up those nerves, they give you relief. When we're young, we naturally have everything loose and pliable. You can reattain that, but you have to work at it when you get older, especially after middle age. So now I'm here, foot flat, hand flat, come forward, hand in the sky, reach back, grab your foot this way behind it. You could do this way on the inside, but I like to grab it on the outside of my foot. Pull this as my hip sags forward. This is a great stretch. So you do that about a minute, and then you rock back, fold your foot under, your leg under. Notice my shin goes diagonally under across my chest and stomach. My knee is right here, pretty much under my shoulder, my left shoulder. And then the key here is just to relax and let things settle. Don't try to hold yourself up too much. If that's tension, you're going to release that tension, just kind of settle. And you'll feel that outside of your hip and your lower back, everything start to stretch and give. And that takes pressure off of those nerves that give us pain. Okay, now here's some that I like to do against the wall. Because once again, gravity is just kind of pushing gently on your hips, legs, lower back, and you don't have to work at it, just hold the position. This first one, your butt's against the wall, and you're just gonna do a split. And just kind of, you can micro bend your knee. You don't need to lock it. That's one of the things I had to learn, that some of the best stretches for the hips and groin and lower back do not require, or even, you don't even want to bend your knee, to straighten your knee, that is. You can bend it a little bit and let the focus of it be here. This feels really good. You just relax. You can listen to nice music. You can just kind of sit there and think, meditate. You hold this a minute or two. Then I'll walk my shoulders a little bit away, or maybe even not so much. And then I stand on the floor in a deep kind of sumo squat. In fact, I move that a little bit. And then like this, you just stand on the wall and just relax. If it makes your neck feel better, you put a pillow under your neck, under your head. Again, this one's good. Sometimes I'll pull out on my knees. Sometimes I'll support my knees and then walk my feet out a little wider. You just, whenever something, like if I go wide, I let my knees sag. Sometimes I feel discomfort in my hips, so I support it. Other times I'll just walk it in and leave it like that. It feels great. Now here's another one that's sort of similar but different. Similar to the one we did, the pigeon pose that stretches your piriformis. This one is a Pilates stretch. You can do this alone by just crossing over, reaching through, and grabbing your knee. That works great. This is a quick fix for if you get sciatic pain in general, and you can switch and hold it for, I'll hold each side for a couple minutes, especially before I get on the mat and grapple. But you can also utilize the wall. I put my foot here, cross my leg over. I position myself at a distance where my hips can settle. I don't want my hips riding up in the air. And then just let it sit. Now here's what's interesting about this stretch. From here, with my right leg across, if I point my knee, my right knee, toward 11 o'clock, it changes the stretch. Point to 12 o'clock, different feeling, different part of my hip and lower back. Point the knee to 1 o'clock, different stretch. But I especially like 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock for the right leg. Once you've done that a couple minutes, switch, or even a minute. Like I said, you can budget your time. Let's say throughout your day you only have 15 minutes. You can get all this done in 15 minutes if you have to. If you want to go 20, you can get a little longer. But everybody's different, so you have certain problem areas you got to work on more. Now I'm doing left leg, and again, 12 o'clock, and now I can go 1 o'clock. It feels a little loose for me, so I'm going to move a little closer to the wall. And now I feel it. Yeah, it's really pulling it good. I can go out, I can go 12 o'clock this one, or 1 o'clock, right in there. That's a sweet spot. I can feel it's getting right where I need it, and it's loosening up that piriformis, and then my sciatic nerves going down my leg feel fine. Additionally, you can move away, and you can grab the inside of your feet and do what we call the happy baby, which is like this. And you'll feel this in your hamstrings, your lower back, and everything. This is a great stretch. Just hold on to your feet on the inside of your arches and just relax. You can extend a little bit, or you can just relax your legs and hold that position. Give you a good, it just feels really good all through the lower back, all through the hips, and through the spine in general. Okay, now we're going to sit down on the mat or on the floor. And I'm going to have my knees bent. I'm going to put my hand back. This knee on this side goes down. I'm going to reach back behind me as I thrust my hips up. I'm going to come down, lay this knee over, and reach over again. You can do this in steady rhythm, or you can hold the position for a while. But you're getting a lot of, this is pushing, twisting all levels of the back except for the neck. And it's getting your spine back in place, but building strength and restoring mobility. That's always the key. You get tighter, lose mobility. So we're here. Then we put our feet flat on the floor, and then we just turn away, and come down, back up, turn away, bringing your chest toward the ground, back. Keep repeating side to side every couple seconds. Okay, next, we're going to get into this low lunge position here with my elbow in front of my knee, and then I'm going to lay over my rear foot and turn out this way, letting my hips sag. And then I come back up, switch, and then once again, lay my foot over, and the hip sags, and hold my weight up, my elbows on my knee, or maybe just above the knee. Switch. Now we're going to do what is called, we call these swims, or dumbbell swims. Sometimes you use a light dumbbell, but you don't really need a dumbbell. What you're going to do is lie down on your belly, and you're going to arch your back. This is using your entire, what we call your dorsal chain, all the muscles along the back of your body. And you're going to put all your weight in your pelvis. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your butt, head up in the air, and you're going to start with your arms here. You're going to go behind. You can even open your hands if you're not holding weights. Come back, and then sit down. Always squeezing the legs, always arching your back, putting your weight in your pelvis. Right here. This is good for shoulders and lower back. A lot of things. You're always engaging your core. Now this is a great way to fix shoulders, but it's also strengthening the postural muscles that reduce back pain. And we can also stretch and loosen the shoulders. Arm twist. Making a fist. Really push it out. You really feel it all throughout, not just the arms, but into the shoulders as well. Now from here, I'm going to kneel on one knee and I'm going to post out the other leg. I can put it a little forward. I'm going to be like this. I'm just going to go forward and back. You feel it all in here. We got to get the hips and hamstrings loose. Just forward and back. And then you switch legs. I really feel it on my left side. Just forward. There's also something in the forward part, not just when your hips go back. You do that loosely for a minute. This also gets you ready for some of the other exercises. You can change the order. There's also sort of similar to what we do before, is where I just feel like this, and I turn and touch. Turn and touch. Okay, and last for today, you start here on all fours, and you're going to come down on one elbow, circle your hand in and around as your shoulder goes down, and then butt up in the air, off your knees. Knees down, circle back and up, other elbow down, circle around as the shoulder goes down, and around and circle up. You can just keep repeating. Side to side. Okay, so that's our regimen for fixing up those lower back issues, hips, even middle back, getting rid of that pain. As you get older, you know, people think, oh, I'm getting old, I feel all these aches and pains. Remember, you're not too old, you just need to stretch. Good luck with this, do it every day. Just make it a part of your everyday. Some effects you get immediately after you do it, but other effects come over time. Doing it day after day, 15 minutes is all you gotta do. And then after a week, after 2 weeks, after a month, you feel like, wow, I feel like my old self. Keep it going, don't stop, don't lose track. Don't forget that when those pains come back, you're probably not getting in your stretching. Okay, good luck with that, and feel well.